In fact, the real big headline today has come from the GDP numbers for the first quarter. The April, May, June quarter numbers have been released today. And the numbers are even worse than anticipated. That's right. That's the big story that we've been tracking today. The GDP has contracted by 23.9%. The worst decline since 1996 when India began publishing quarterly figures. The only positive growth was seen in the agriculture sector, which grew by 3.4%. Manufacturing growth stood at minus 39.3%, mining growth at minus 23.3%, construction growth slipped to minus 50%. Remember, of course, this is when the COVID lockdown was fully in place. But either way, these numbers would suggest that the government handling of the economy has come under scrutiny. The opposition is blaming the Modi government. The Modi government is blaming COVID in return. What do these numbers really mean? That's what we want to look at. Take a look at this special report which tells you just how the economy is contracting and heading possibly for a recession. Take a look.
India's GDP contracts 23.9% in the April-June quarter of 2020, the worst ever in 24 years, since India first started recording its quarterly GDP figures.
This is along expected lines because what we are going through is an exogenous shock globally. The pandemic has affected the economic fortunes across the world.
The only sector which managed to survive the slump was agriculture, which registered a growth of 3.4%, while the manufacturing sector contracted by 39.3%. Mining saw a contraction of 23.3%, and construction has been the worst hit sector, which contracted by 50%.
0.24% of GDP growth is the worst that India has ever reported since we began recording quarterly GDP growth in 1996. So this makes the April-June quarter of 2020 the worst in 24 years. Now, considering that July-September quarter has been as bad, if not worse, than the April-June quarter, this clearly indicates that we are well and truly into recession, although we will know this formally only when the July-September quarter numbers are disclosed at the end of November.
This is one of the biggest contractions amongst major economies after the COVID pandemic hit. In the corresponding quarter in the last financial year, the Indian economy had registered growth at a rate of 5%, while in the previous quarter, that is quarter 4, financial year 2019-20, India's GDP growth rate was 3.1%.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.